Who doesn't want to watch George Clooney and Julia Roberts together? The movie begins with a scene where they're both talking about how they propose to each other, and you can hear totally conflicting views of the same story. Their daughter Lily is graduating tomorrow, so they both have to make it work. Georgia calls Lily and says she should be sitting far away from David. We then see her graduation, and obviously, they're both sitting together. They start bickering as soon as they sit down, and Lily hardly makes it out alive. The parents are then seen dropping her off to Bali and away to their opposite zones, vowing to never see each other again. While the girls are having fun, they realize they've been forgotten at sea, with no contact to anyone and no beach or island in sight, when they suddenly see a small boat and a handsome man sailing through. G'day and Lily instantly like each other. While they dance to some music, G'day and Lily talk about their life, goals, choices, and G'day shows her the Bali lifestyle. He's a seaweed farmer, lives in the most exotic place in the world. In the next scene, we see a polished white gallery called Georgia Cotton when she gets a call from David, who asks her to see her email. We see Georgia and David flying to Bali and sitting together and bickering yet again as they want to get Lily back, who's about to get married and throw her career away. A handsome pilot walks in, Paul, who's actually Georgia's new hot boyfriend. Then they are seen arriving to the most magical island, where they both decide to do a truce and try to change Lily's opinion without actually letting her know. Lily asks them if they're okay with this, and they say they're in with her 100%. They take a bus and hike to G'day's home, where his family is waiting for them. And Lily tells them that they're actually one big happy family. After they meet the family and start putting second thoughts in G'day's mind, they ask the parents for their blessings, because for the marriage to be successful, they need the right time, the right place, and the right circumstance. So in 4 days, they are to marry. Jojo and David then check into the hotels and have adjustment rooms. The next morning, there's to be a ceremony and the exchange of rings. So Georgia and David decide to steal the rings in order to delay the ceremony. G'day, Lily, Georgia, Rennie, and David go in the middle of the sea where they swim in the ocean. Georgia suspects G'day knows, and they all head back when David gets bit by a dolphin. At the local market, G'day wants David to not do any more delays, as he only wants what's best for Lily. Jojo and David fight over the plan. The next morning, Lily makes them harvest seaweed, and it acts as a bonding activity between them. G'day and Lily then have the ring ceremony, followed by a drinking competition that David and Georgia win. Paul surprises her again, and they go to a temple called Tanalot. G'day realizes what David is up to. Paul proposes to Georgia, but is bitten by a snake. Georgia is asked by Lily how can she marry a man she's not supposed to, and Georgia realizes she shouldn't make decisions for Lily's life too. When the boat drifts away, they're stuck on an island. Lily finds the ring and realizes everyone has lied to her. The next morning is the wedding. Georgia apologizes to Lily. We see G'day having second thoughts at the ceremony. Lily looks beautiful, but G'day stops the ceremony and says the circumstances aren't right and asks them to bless them again. Georgia says no to Paul's proposal, and Georgia and David share an emotional moment where they have to admit to made a mistake. When they say goodbye to Lily and get on the boat, David says he'd like to live here and spend some time. And Georgia says, why save the good stuff for later? The same line she said to David 25 years ago. He looks at her in surprise, grabs her hand, and they both jump off into the crystal blue water.